Hey all, Heber here. So today we are taking out Angelo Iachino here on the Marco Polo because I've just upgraded this guy and some of you wanted to see him in action on some ships. So that's what we're going to do. And I already put up a game with Giulio Cesare with this commander here. So now we're doing Marco Polo. And I'm just showing my build here first. It's like stock battleship build, nothing special about it really. But of course, I'm running a full accuracy build, and then I have picked the SAP shells, of course, and this exhaust smoke generator and the spotter. I mean, this battleship here, Marco Polo, is my number 2 favorite battleship in the game now, just behind the Republique. Because as you can see, like you can use that smoke to do stuff you can't do in any other battleship. For example, here I want to get the sea cap, because this. You know, the sea cap over here is always left by the players. And if you get it, you have a very good chance of winning the game. And by using the smoke here without firing, except this one here is just too tempting, this Kronstadt here. But if you don't fire, you won't be spotted. Once you fire, that's nearly half his health there, with SAP shells, by the way. Once you fire, you're spotted from 15.2 kilometers. So don't fire if you don't want to be spotted. So they've left this cap over here, which is perfect. That's fine. I'm going to grab it, and I'll show you a little bit in this battle here how you can use the smoke to pull off, things that you cannot do in any other battleship or any other battleship than the Italian ones. But if you want to get like the SAP power as well, and I love SAP shells, I really, really like them. I don't know why it took Wargaming so long to introduce them, but they're awesome. And I don't even use AP at all in this battle here. I only use SAP because it just cuts down on the frustration. Really, that's the primary reason here. Because I don't get any overpens, and I usually don't get any bounces or anything like that if you just shoot like when it makes sense. So it's just a lot more satisfying than AP really. And sure, you don't get those citadels. You don't get the XP for citadels. But you're getting almost guaranteed damage, and you don't have to rely on fires. So I really like SAP shells. I think they're awesome, fantastic. So yes, we grabbed the sea cap now, and as you can see, everyone is following me over here, and that's just the worst. So at this point here, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a horrible loss, because the whole blue team is sitting over here in pretty much 4 quadrants, and then we have one flounder out at the back of the map on the other side, and that's it. And the carrier is out looking for the other carrier, and I'm just like, oh, this is a nightmare. So I'm going to have to play a little bit conservative here. I started out very aggressively, but I can't keep that up with like my team not spread out. So we're just gonna wait for the right opportunity here, and well, this is too bad for my team. I mean, they can just spread out better and allow me to actually do more. So here we have a Wichita approaching, and this is where I really, really like the SAP shells, because this thing here is just notoriously prone to overpenning. If you don't get the exact angle and you don't get the exact, RNG. And here he is, slightly angled, and we just shoot at the soft parts, and wham, removed. That doesn't happen very often with Wichitas, but with SAP shells, you can really put the hurt on pretty much any ship, and that's why I love them. And I especially love using them on destroyers, where you can just one-shot destroyers as soon as they are spotted. You just go whack, and they are gone. And like I said, I really prefer these shells over AP shells. I really do. I think they're much more entertaining to use. That's basically it. So if I pick a battleship I'm going to play because it's fun, from now on I'm going to pick Marco Polo. If I want to pick a battleship because I want to win, then, as I have been for a long time, I will pick the Republique, because I think that is the best battleship in the game. Marco Polo is very close, but it doesn't have that commander Republique does, which is a little bit unfair, really, because it's not the ship's fault, it's the commander. And look at this Eugen here. This is also SAP shells, by the way. Yoink! I don't kill them, but they certainly, yeah, they take a little bit of damage there. So to get back to République, what I was talking about is that the French battleship, they get access to the Dunkirk commander, which allows you to switch between HE and AP shells immediately. And it's really hard to, you know, outdo that. It really is a very powerful skill. SAP shells are close, but in some cases you just want those HE shells, and the ability to switch instantly, it's a hard one to go up against. But I'd say on a scale from 1 to 10, République is a 10 and Marco Polo is a 9.5, something like that. And perhaps once I play the ship more, it will actually become my favorite. I mean, like I said, if I want to have a fun game and, do stuff, be aggressive in a battleship, don't have to play the usual battleship way, I will definitely play Marco Polo. It's a lot of fun. And if you didn't pick up this ship during the campaign last time, well, that's a huge mistake, because it's incredibly fun. And I also said that in my review of the ship, you have to make sure you pick up Marco Polo. It's just as important as République, really. So what Marco Polo brings is, the fun you can get with the smoke on the Roma, and then, coupled with the SAP shells from the Italian cruisers, you get the best of both worlds. And it's just a really, really entertaining ship to play, and I highly recommend it. I don't know if it's going to be available again, and how it'll be available again, who knows? I have no idea, but if it's ever available again and you don't have this ship, you must pick it up. You absolutely have to. So here we are. We've taken the C cap, and now we are like kind of muscled our way in on the B cap here by pounding those cruisers that was in the way. So there's really only a battleship, a cruiser, and destroyer left, and then the carrier, and it's not really much of a problem. You see how the Flandre, he's still sitting out there. Yeah, and in the end, he'll end up with like 1,000 XP or something like that. Actually, probably even worse than that, because we win the battle, so he's probably done at 700 or something. And yeah. Anyway, so we gotta grab this cap here, because like I said many times, you can never trust your team. You need to get ahead on points on these domination battles here, and then even if the team mucks up, or you muck up for that matter, you might still have a chance to actually win if you are ahead by points. And now we're ahead by about 100 points, and that should almost seal the deal here. So the carrier is spotted. I don't know how that's possible, and that's a really poor hit there. I got 2 overpens with SAP shells. I find that very interesting, but anyway, I should have one-shot that carrier. I don't know why that didn't happen. So the Musashi is moving in, and like I said, I'm not switching to AP. Perhaps I should here. Perhaps I should, but I just like the SAP shells, and like sooner or later this guy is gonna get killed anyway. And I like to experiment with these new shells here, see what they can do, especially up close. So now we have 2 interesting tier 8s, and they're both battleships, by the way. They are obviously the Marco Polo, the one I'm playing here, and then the République. And they're the only tier 8s that I play. Everything else is, well, let's just be honest here, everything else is dog shit in that tier. It really is. But then we have these 2 amazing battleships here for some reason, put into tier 8, and while everything else is just trash. And that's okay. I don't mind. At least I have 2 good tier 8 ships I can play now. But I still have a hard time understanding tier 8 and why it was added so late, and why all the tier 8 ships are just dog water. It's yeah, I don't get it. But who am I to, like, I don't know. Wargaming's decision. So in the interest of time, we're just going to speed up this last few minutes of the battle here because absolutely nothing happens. There's still a DD in the game, but he's not even trying to win. He's just sitting out there trying to torp ships, not grabbing any caps, not doing anything useful. And nobody really wants to watch that, so we're not going to watch it. So getting to the results, and as usual, we're going to show the team results without the winning bonus. So I'll just do that. And hope you enjoyed it, guys, and get that Marco Polo, and I'll see you out there.